Hello everyone, welcome back to the SPLL Labs Java Programming Course. In today's video, we are going to learn about variables in Java. We will understand what variables are, types of variables, memory storage, initialization, and common mistakes. Let's get started. In the previous video, we learned about identifiers, data types, and literals. Identifiers are names we give to things like variables, methods, and classes. Literals are values. Example, int age equal to 25. Here, age is an identifier. 25 is literal. Now, when we combine this, data type plus identifier plus value, that becomes a variable. Variable is just an identifier that stores a value. Think of variable like a named box. You store something inside it and you give it a name. For example, imagine you have a box labeled score. Inside that box, you put the value 100. After some time, the score updates and the value changes to 150 and then 200. But the box name score remains the same. Same thing happens in Java. We create a variable, give it a name, and store a value inside it. The name stays the same, but the value inside keeps changing. So in programming, variables helps us store values that can change over time. What is variable? A variable is a place where we store a value. It has a name and it holds some data. Now let's see this practically. Now let's create a class variable. Check on the main method and click finish. Now you can see our variable class has been created. Now we will start writing code inside this method. Here I will write int age equal to 25. Now here you can see int is data type, age is identifier, and we have assigned 25 value to it. This is literal. Now I will print this. Now you can see the output 25. So what internally happens? Java creates a memory, stores 25 and labels it as age. Now let's see this. Now you can see the output 25 and 30. Here now I am changing the value. That's why it's called variable, because value can change. Now let's see different types of variables. In Java, we have three types of variables: local variable, instance variable, static variable. Now let's see each one of them. Here you can see I have written a variable inside a method. So a variable declared inside a method is called local variable. This will be local variable. So local variable must be initialized. What if we not initialize? Let's see that. Suppose I will remove this. Now here you can see the error. The local variable age may not have been initialized. So Java will throw compile time error because local variables must be initialized. Java will not provide default values for local variable. Now this will store in stack memory and local variables must be initialized. Now let's look into instance variable. Instance variable are declared inside the class but outside the method. So this is inside the class, and here I will type. So this is instance variable. Now I will use this instance variable. Here I am getting error because we cannot use instance variable directly. To use instance variable, we must create an object. We must use new keyword. Now you can see the error is gone. If I run this, now you can see the output 0. Why it printed 0? Because for int 0 is the default value. If we not initialize, it gives the default value. So why this worked? Because instance variables are belong to class. So this will stored in heap memory. So objects are stored in heap memory. So this belongs to class. So we must create an object and access the instance variable. Now we will see static variable. Static variable is shared across all the objects. Now I will access this variable. So a variable declared with static keyword is called static variable. Now you can say I am not getting any error because it is shared across all the object. We don't need to create object to access the static variable. Now if I run this, now you can see the output ABC. So static variable can access directly without creating object. It is stored in method area. So what is about initialization? Initialization means giving value. Why needed? Java knows what value to use. Local variables must be initialized. Others get default values. If I keep here, if I run this, you can see the null value because string it gives the null as default value. Now let's look at some common mistakes. Here we have written int age equal to 25. If I keep here 25.0, it will give error because integer cannot store decimal. Now local variable must be initialized because Java does not provide default values for local variables. So remember, variable name equal to identifier. So all identifier rules apply here. So this is the end of code part. Now we will see the best practices. Use meaningful names like age, salary. Follow naming rules. Match correct data type. Initialize variables properly. So today we learn what variables are, identifier plus literal connection, types of variables, memory storage, initialization, common mistakes. Before ending this video, I have a small task for you. Try to find out how many types of memory are there in Java and what does each memory store. Why should we initialize local variables? Mention your answers in the comments. In the next video, we will learn about where are methods in Java, how to pass multiple values and write flexible methods. If you found this helpful, like, share and subscribe to SP Learning Labs. See you in the next video.